Good morning, everybody. Christmas is early. As you can see, we got a beautiful snowy day here in Colorado. We are in the Rockies, so we do tend to see some snowflakes every once in a while. So behind me, we got a 2025 Newmar Dutch Star. This just arrived, folks. So anybody in the market looking for a new 2025 Newmar Dutch Star, 4369 bath and a half. This just rolled in. It's loaded up. I'll go through some of the options with you. We got $117,000 worth of options on this. One of the big ones is the new lithium ion system. It's got 960 amp hours of batteries with the 3000 watt. There's two 3000 watt Victron inverters. So let's go this way and we'll start on this side here. As we approach the front here, as you can see, we've got a 10,000 watt Onan diesel generator. That 10,000 watt Onan generator will run all your electrical throughout the coach. It does have three 15,000 BTU rooftop air conditioners with heat pumps. So this will supply the power for those, plus your all electric induction cooktop, convection oven, residential refrigerator, all your outlets and everything in there. Over on this side here, we've got the hydraulic pump, so that runs your full wall slide. The big full wall slide on the driver's side is going to be ran by the hydraulic motor, and then your leveling jacks are also ran by that hydraulic pump. Over on this side, you can see we've got a nice access here to the reservoir for your windshield wiper fluid. This is the hydronic fluid filter, so this is on the Oasis. That's to replace the filter on it. You'll see some air lines here for access to the air on the coach. You can tap in, put a hose and put air in other vehicle tires. This little handle here, that's your release to slide this hood forward so you can get better access to the gen. And you can see we've got the Hadley air horns are hidden back behind here. Easy to get to your headlamps, of course. One other thing I want to point out, it does have this red handle here. So after a long road trip, you get a lot of bugs cake up on the front of the windshield. In different times of the year, you can hook up a hose there and it makes it a lot easier to clean off the front of the coach. Go ahead and push this back in. That'll latch in place. Close the hood, ready to hit the road. All right, moving down to the first bay on this side of the coach. That is a sealed bay. As you can see, there's a lot of electronics in there. A lot of your wiring harnesses, your fuses, everything tied into the Freightliner chassis, which is what this is built on, is going to be located in this compartment. Right below there is the exhaust. We've got the generator running. That's the exhaust on the gen. Up front here, we've got on the steer axle, we've got the 365/70 R22.5 Michelin XZA tires for your steer. And then you got 315s on the rear. Moving down to the first bay, I know I mentioned to you that this has the 960 amp hour lithionics. Those red batteries there are the lithium batteries. And then these are your two Victron 3000 watt series inverters. One of those inverters is dedicated to the front air conditioner. So when you're traveling, you can run the front air off of that single inverter. Next bay here, we've got the full pass-through storage on the next two bays. So those will go all the way across on both sides. We've got the Oasis Chinook. So that's your heating system. You've heard a lot of us talk about that. It uses a diesel fire to heat your hot water and to heat the living quarters inside. There's also two electric elements to heat your hot water and to heat the living quarters as well. However, the diesel fire will burn the fastest and heat the fastest. You got a 50-foot, 50 amp shore cord. You walk it out, the little flap seals down below here. So you walk this all the way out and literally just pop this in place, close your door, and plug it in. Makes life simple when you're pulling the cord out and you're going to plug it in. And then when it's time to unhook, there's a switch right here on the door to roll this back in. Put this in place here, just kind of rest it in there. That way you got a little slack so it's easy to close the door. Also, your transfer switch is going to be located in here. Some cable hookups. And behind that black panel there are some solenoids and everything tied into the electrical systems on the coach. In this next bay here, we've got the dump station. This one does come with the optional RV SantaCon system. So this big gray tank back here made by Thetford, that is what grinds up your solids and will pump your wastewater out. So it uses this smaller hose here for dumping your wastewater. You literally pump your wastewater uphill if you needed to. It does have a whole house water filtration system. Again, you got another walkout hose, so not like the power cord. However, this is your city water feed going in. You walk it out, pop that in place, close the door, makes life simple. And then when it comes to reel it in, there's a little push button on the side here to pull your hose in and hit the road. It does have a sewage flush on it as well, outdoor shower. This clear hose is your winterization valve for winterizing the coach. All right. And then you got the exhaust down here is going to be on the Oasis, the hydronic system. Back in the back, we've got the two 315s. We've got a tag axle here. This does have ultra steer. So this ultra steer will turn up to 12 degrees as needed. And of course, your drive has four tires on the road, and your tag's gonna have 2 tires on the road. Right here is just a little compartment here where you can a little storage for maybe some chemicals, gloves, hoses, anything you want to keep tied in, kind of associated to the dump station there. DEF fluid, diesel exhaust fluid fill reservoir. The reservoir is on the other side of the coach, but typically when you pull into a fuel station, the hose, the gun's on the driver's side of the coach. Side radiator, and this slide is in the out position, but if you get a shot up on the top of the slide, as it's coming down pretty heavy, you'll notice that this has the Girard slide toppers, and it's at that angle. It kind of has that pitch. So tree branches, tree limbs, anything that collects up top will easily slide off of there. Obviously, in this kind of snow, it's going to collect pretty good up top there, but when we go to run the slide in, it'll just slide right off. And you'll notice too, we've got the Girard window awnings on this side. So we've got two, those are electric Girard awnings. And that center support, I get the question all the time, what's that black kind of rod sticking up there above the slide or the window awning? That supports the case. So this is a full wall slide, guys. So that supports the case when it's all the way in, and it keeps it from coming unraveled at high speeds. It just keeps it nice and tight and secure when you're going down the road, when it's all the way in. Okay, moving around to the back. As you can see, we've got, it is built, I don't know if you're shooting a shot on this, but it is built on the Freightliner custom chassis. It's badged with the Ultra Series, Ultra Steer B Series, so it has Ultra Steer on it. This is equipped with a 450 horsepower. You got 1,250 pound-foot of torque. It will tow up to 15,000 pounds. It's already equipped with an airline. For those that have Air Force One as a tow system, it already has it on here. So it's just basically hook up. You can move. If you have it on your current existing tow vehicle, it transfers right to this one, no problem. And then again, being a side radiator, you're gonna have nice, easy access to the engine in the back here. Your fuel filter water separator is gonna be located here. Power steering, reservoir, dipstick's easy to get to. Changing the belts out, hoses, excuse me. The air filter is gonna be located in here. So everything's nice and easier to access being a side radiator motorhome. And all Dutch Stars, whether it's a 37 foot, a 38 foot, a 40 foot, a 43 foot, is going to be equipped with a 450 horsepower side radiator type setup. Being built on a Freightliner chassis, this will be, it comes with the custom tuned sack shocks. Just wanted to point that out. And then additionally, you're gonna have the rear is gonna be the air drum brakes by Meritor, and then on the front, you're gonna have the Bendix air disc brakes. Sorry, I kind of jumped to brake systems and I'm back here on the battery bay. So we got your cranking batteries here, your disconnect, wiring harnesses all tied into the Freightliner chassis, just the location for all of that. Here's the reservoir for the diesel exhaust fluid. That depth tank is 15 gallons. All right, and moving down to the patio side. So this is a new feature here. So with Newmar, they've moved all the electronics into this basement storage, if you will. So all your fuses, everything's nicely labeled. I don't know if you can get a close shot of that, but you can see where all your lighting controls are going to be all located in here, nicely diagrammed. It's well thought out by the engineering at Newmar. It's all protected by this little plexiglass cover there. Okay, we're on the other side for the storage. So this is a 3/4 tray. This backs up to that Oasis hydronic system on the other side and the 50 amp shore power. You'll notice some electronics in here. Some of these are your slide out controls, your awning controls. This is your intervac central vacuum system. That's where you change the filter out to clean it up, because it does have a whole house vacuum system inside the coach as well, and that's where it goes. That's where the filter's located. And then these two bays are the other side of the full pass-through storage. On the other side, I had the slide out, but let's see how easy this is to pull out. These will hold up to 1,000 pounds. Has some nice bright LED lights inside the bay. If you want to get a shot in there, you can kind of see where that lights up the inside there. If it's nighttime, you can see good inside of the bay. And then in this front bay, we have the optional Dometic refrigerator freezer combo on a slide tray. You can see how far that comes out. So when we run this slide out, you can still open these lids without interfering with the slide out when it's in the out position. A little headliner shelf up top for keeping additional storage overhead. We got the diesel fill. 150 gallons is your diesel holding tank. Some things I like to point out back behind here, it's got a steel plate that protects the diesel line. No one wants to ever have a blowout, but nobody ever knows when you're gonna have one. So if you ever did have an accident where the tire blows, your line going to the diesel tank is protected by a steel plate. All right, oh yeah, and then last but not least, we do have an outside entertainment is an option this comes with. We've got a Samsung 43-inch LED smart television with a Bose speaker. And there's a little switch in here on the side. You can switch this speaker between TV, turn it off, or you can listen to whatever's playing on the dash radio. You can play it outside as well. You got USB and then the USB-C port inside here with the 110 outlets as well. And I mentioned to you the Girard window awning on the other side. There's one here, and then we have the Girard Nova awnings up top. I'm not going to run them out, but they come out about 10 feet all the way out, and then they halfway out they pitch down. It's got a nice bright LED light that lights up your patio area here. Additionally, there's lights underneath the slide outs as well that gives you nice little ground effects or lighting outside here as well. So, and then as I'm looking, see this camera right here? So this does have the 360 camera view. There's a camera on the front of the motorhome, the back of the motorhome, and both sides of the motorhome. Kind of gives you that bird's eye view look on the dash monitors. All right, let's get out of the snow for a little bit. Whew. All right. Let me grab this from you. Okay, there's some new wood colors this year, and this one is coming in with the Morel. It's called the Morel glazed maple. And last year and years back, this was always a matte finish. It now has what they call a suede finish, which is what this one comes with. They still do the high gloss, but now it's high gloss or suede, and there's a two-tone look as well. If you go on Newmar's website, you can check out all that as well. But this particular one does have the Morel glazed suede cabinets. Also the exterior of this one, if anybody's curious what the name of that one is called, it's called Sea Spray Graphics. And the interior decor on this one is Stratton. So this has a decor package called Stratton. There's no specials on it that I see. So this is everything in the Stratton decor package. As you can see on this side, we have the theater seating. Theater seating, they're super comfortable. You can actually set your footrest at different angles. Where recliner chairs are comfortable, but you either have to have them all the way out or all the way in. This one you can set it where you'd like to have the footrest located. And as you can see in the middle here, we've got a nice little storage bin, sliding drawer here, hidden storage down below. I'm gonna just sneak up front here just for a second. I want to mention something new. So something new that I came across yesterday. I'm used to, when I come in these Dutch Stars, I'm used to walking in and I gotta turn my lights on. It's usually like right here. That's gone. And I thought it was a mistake. I thought maybe they forgot to put it on there. I wasn't sure. New for 2025, see this little black switch down here? So even when you're standing outside on the ground, you can literally just reach in, hit that switch. That turns all the ceiling lights front to back on or off when you're leaving the coach or coming inside the coach. So that's a new cool feature that just wanted to point out. Yeah, so, all right, moving on down. So let's run this slide out. Go ahead and run this front passenger slide out. As that's going out, I'll just talk about Newmar. Newmar's been building motorhomes for over 50 years now. They invented the slide room in 1989, and these slides have been being used. This electric slide is using what's called a cogwheel system. So it's heavy duty, it's very strong and robust, dependable. If you think of a cog train, it's a solid cogwheel with a solid rod that runs underneath this slide, and that rolls the slide out, rolls the slide in. Very dependable. This slide, on the other hand, is also very robust, but because it's such a heavier slide, all tile floor, no carpet, so it's tile front to back and a big full wall slide. And you can see how deep it is. It's like almost 3.5 feet deep. Uses a hydraulic motor. So the hydraulic motor lifts this slide all the way up and brings it in. Another new feature, let me sit here, and if you want to come around on this side. So new for 2025, I've noticed we've got these new panels here. So I can operate my HVAC from here. I can check on my generator powers from here. I can operate the floor heat. This does have the heated, standard now on Dutch Stars, you got the heated tile floor. Generator controls, fan controls, lights, tanks. I can check on my holding things. I can turn my water pump on and off, turn my autofill on and off, and then I can operate the TV. So across the way, I'm gonna go ahead and TV up. As you can see there, we've got a 50-inch Samsung LED 4K TV, and it's a smart TV. Up in the very front, as that's going up, you do have an option to get the front overhead TV. However, this one did not come with it. So when you don't get the front overhead TV, you get some nice shelving up overhead, some additional storage up top. In this front overhead panel here, as you can see, we've got a Wi-Fi Ranger. It's going to be located here. New for 2025, we have Starlink as an available option. This one does come equipped with Starlink. And then we've got the power management system, the battery management system. This blue light, that is a reset module for the lithium. You get all the lithium batteries. If they get cold and they go to sleep, you can wake them up using this system here. They do have internal heaters on them when you are using them. And then the new Victron system, it's this panel here. That will, this is very nice the way it shows you your grid, how much power is coming in, how much of this is the absorption off the Victron inverters. And then you've got, it just shows you how much AC loads are being pulled on it. If you want to go into a system here, let's go out of this, go pages. So there's the different systems there. Again, we do walk you through how all these operate, but it's all touch screen, works like a phone, very easy to navigate through there on the menu for the Victron inverter systems. Next one over here, we've got the over-the-air Winegard antenna. It is an automatic lifting system, so that turns on your over-the-air antenna. This is your Girard controls here, slide out controls, security lights, step on off switch, exterior light switches, your block heater switch is located in here, and then these are all awning controls. Above the TV, above the main TV, we've got some good storage. It does come equipped with 2 HDMI ports. If you're hooking up a satellite receiver, a game system, a Blu-ray, DVD player, whatever you're wanting to hook up, it's already got your HDMI ports located there, as well as your satellite hookups and some electrical outlets in there as well. And you have the Bose soundbar. It does have a hidden subwoofer. It's a nice sound system. Things I always like to point out on Newmar is their insulation. So you'll notice the thickness in the headers of these slide outs, how thick this is. It's not wasted space. They're keeping it consistent from the padded ceiling to the rooftop is carried into the slide outs. So it won't work your furnaces as hard in the wintertime, won't work the airs as hard in the summertime. It's quieter in here when you're watching a ball game, you're watching a movie, it starts pouring down rain. You're not having to crank the volume up on the television. Okay, and then across from the theater seating, we're gonna have what Newmar terms as the dormy sofa. In layman's terms, I'd say it's called the fold and tumble sofa. So there is let me get this little lever, there's a little strap back here, you gotta release it, pull up and out. And while it's up, you can see we've got some seat belts in here. We have a couple of seat belts that are hidden in here for passengers, and you fold this down here and you're on the padding here. You can put your blankets, sheets, pillows, make it a lot more comfortable with what you have to work with there, but this is all on the padded backside of the sleeper sofa, or fold and tumble dormy sofa. All right, let's put this back in place here. Move this. In the kitchen area, we do have a little push button underneath here, extendable island, full extension drawer glides on all your drawers, and they're all soft close. Push that to get it back in. Some overhead storage. Nice place for spices. You've got convection microwave oven. And this is also an air fryer. It's something else that's been new for a few years now. You got a Whirlpool convection microwave oven / air fry. And then in here, we've got the induction cooktop. On the flip side of these covers, we've got some cutting boards. We got an induction removable cooktop. If I want to take this outdoors and cook outside and keep the odors outside, you can, and just plug it in outdoors. There's plugs on the coach around this side of it. And that flush, so if you're using the countertops and not using the induction cooktop, everything's level with all these covers on in place. Nice big, call it a 70-30 sink with a little split in the middle there. Some more storage overhead. Here's all the fun reading material that Newmar sends you. Everything's nice and organized for you. Plumbing, heating, and AC, exterior, electrical, everything's for the owners. The new owner can keep records on all the service work that they do on the coach right here in this big black bag. And it does come with also some this is all Freightliner reading material as well. We have an adjustable shelf in here. A little side storage. And down below the sink. So if I'm using the sink and I want to hide these covers somewhere, there's these little felt pads back in the back here. I can slide these in place, and that just holds it in place there. And then these are just nice full extension drawer glides. You got a dedicated trash area under the sink. And then we also have a nice big silverware drawer. Newmar typically will send you some paint samples for the exterior of the coach for any kind of touch-up work needed. You've got some remote controls for TVs, and actually have remote controls for these, all your window awnings. So I can, if I want to operate all of my shades at once, I've got it set right now for all day shades in the living room to come down. If I want to switch that to the night mode, now I can run all my night shades down at once, or you can just do the individual zones. So that's fun. Right below that drawer, we got the Fisher Packle or Fisher Paykel dishwasher. And then across from this kitchen area, we move all this wet stuff out of the way here. So you've got the freestanding dinette table and chairs. This part here it comes all the way out. So let's say you're working in here, you need a little bit more workspace. You can use this table anywhere you'd like. It also opens up. I'm just gonna grab this and kind of see how much makes a nice bigger table here. It's with this one nice big wide leaf. And then there's two additional folding chairs that are hiding up back here under the bed. I'll leave that up. You can see that in a minute, but close this back here. Slide this back up underneath. All right, and then if you want this to be a workstation, you can see you got a nice big credenza here. Dedicated file cabinet. Two nice big full extension drawer glides there. And then let me close this up. On this side, we've got a little adjustable shelf here. There's electrical outlet in this cabinet. If you want to put a printer down here, you certainly can. And then right here, just a little pull-out drawer. But you can run, like if you have anything plugged in there, you want to use this access port, you bring the cords out there, kind of hide them back up underneath there. I didn't show you this, but you do have additional storage above the dinette and the theater seating. Nice extra storage there. And if that's not enough storage for you, we got some pantry pull-out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nice big pull-outs, and these are push to release. That's something they've been doing now for a few years, which is nice. It keeps everything nice and secure when you're traveling. And that lights up when you open this cabinet door. We got about a 19.5 cubic foot Whirlpool all electric refrigerator. So the refrigerator being up top and the freezer being down below. We got a dedicated ice bin. Everything else is all freezer storage. And then right here you do have a little water dispenser as well. And this little black device here is Newmar's lock. You slide it over to the left. It keeps the fridge doors nice and tight when you're traveling. All right, moving to the bedroom. I'm gonna run this slide out. As it's going out, I left the bed in the up position so you can see you do get some nice storage underneath the bed. It comes shipped with these 2 loose folding chairs and that leaf for the table. Get this out. We got some nice decorative ceiling plenum up top here with all these LED lights. Love all the accent lights and the slide out fascias. Kind of some good, nice indirect lighting. You can turn all these off, leave those on, and it has a nice little mood lighting, if you will. Little sliding door to close off the bedroom to the front there. And then we got the half bath located here. Notice how that door opens inwards. So that way when this slides all the way in, you can still access the half bath even while you're traveling. And kind of step in here. Got some nice little medicine cabinet storage there. Additional storage. Corian countertops. This little bowl sink located here. Being a bowl sink does give you some nice extra storage down below. However, for those that ever want to order a Dutch Star and they want the recessed bowl instead of the actual bowl on top of countertop, Newmar will do that for you on a special request. Macerator flushing toilet. Little storage bin there. Little cabinet doors. Guys, it's not lacking storage. And then behind me up top is going to be where your breaker box, your house breakers are all located here, nicely labeled for you. It's out of reach for children. Even when the slides are all in the in position, you can simply walk to this half bath and access everything right here. All right, moving to the master bedroom. We've got a king size bed. There's little storage bins. Oops, I'm sorry. There's little storage bins on both sides of the bed. You'll see an electrical outlet inside of that little bin, and there's a little opening right above the cabinet door. If you're needing to run any lines out, it kind of hides everything in there. I like the way they do that. Notice the gap on both sides of the bed. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm making a bed, it's easier when I can put the sheets on with ease and I'm not sitting there fighting the sidewall because the bed's right up on the wall. So Newmar gives you some nice gap space around the bed. This is a true residential king size bed with the radius corners here. And you got some overhead storage as well. You'll notice in the overhead storage, there is an electrical outlet there. There's access ports on both sides of the bed. Anybody that has sleeping machines, you can rest those up top here, run your hoses out below here, get them out of the way. Or if you just need additional charging, you can use that as well. I got the same thing on this side for the electrical with that little opening. And then across from the bed, we've got wardrobe storage. So we got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, five nice full extension drawer glides for your socks, t-shirts, underwear, all your clothing, and then you got some hanging storage up top. LED light in there. I'm on both sides. You got a 43-inch Samsung TV here. And that one non-drawer, this one that just folds out, is where the media or your entertainment, so for the 43-inch TV, similar to the front the living room area, the master bedroom has HDMI port, adjustable shelf, electrical, everything's set up in the bedroom, so you can add a game system, add a receiver, add a Blu-ray, DVD player, whatever you're wanting to set up in the bedroom. Okay, moving on to the master bath. 4369 is going to give you this nice big shower. So I'm gonna step in here. I'm 6'2". This is probably one of the bigger showers in the RV industry that you could find. In a Dutch Star. I think that it is the biggest. You have this adjustable wand, shower wand there. You have your overhead shower as well. You got the cathedral ceiling up top for those that are taller than I am. And you can see how much headroom I've got to the ceiling here. So you do have quite a bit of headroom. You can see this blue light right above this handle. So this does have what they call the shower miser water saving system. So you'll turn this handle right here over to the right. That's a recycle. So it recycles your water and doesn't just run hot water or run water waiting for it to get hot. So it saves on your water. This coach comes equipped with 105 gallons of fresh water and also 75 gallons of gray water and 55 gallons of black water. Across from the shower, we got the stackable Splendid washer and dryer. Next to it, we have double vanity. Lots of space for your medicine cabinet storage below the sinks, and it's not lacking storage. 3 full extension drawer glides, and some more storage below this sink as well. There's another one of these panels, like I was showing you earlier, that has the HVAC, the gen controls, floor heat, tanks, TV lift, lights, everything located in one location. All right, over on this side, we've got another Dometic toilet. The half bath toilet and this toilet are both the same. They're porcelain toilet, macerator flushing toilets. So it does pump all the wastewater to that 55 gallon black water holding tank. There's a couple of shade controls located here. If I wanted to raise the day shade or close the night shade, it's all located here. You have an exit door. So let's see if I can get this open. All right, so this will open up. What's great about this, if you're loading the back of the coach, someone's outside, they're handing stuff through the coach. Super handy having a rear door on the coach. But also in an emergency situation, this little panel here will come off. You can see there's a ladder. It's a telescoping ladder. Just unvelcro it, let it drop down. Makes life easier to get out of the coach. And then close it back. And if you're working on the toilet, you're adding a bidet or anything like that, it does make it, with this door being able to open, you can access the backside of the toilet much easier as well. Something to point out. All right, now we got the rear closet. We've got these adjustable shelves, LED lights. It is not lacking storage. You have this nice big wardrobe closet across the back. Like I said, adjustable shelves, some cubby holes in the back here for extra storage. More adjustable shelves here right below our optional safe that this one comes with. And then you have some good storage overhead right above the rail here. All right, let's go up to the front, and if I missed anything, oh, something I wanted to point out that that some of you may already know about, and it's been in existence with the Freightliner chassis now for a few years. But now with Freightliner custom coach chassis, you get 5 years, 100,000 miles on the engine. You get 5 years, 200,000 miles on the transmission, and then your drivetrain and your chassis now fall under the 5 year, 100,000 miles. So you get 5 years, 5 year, 5 year on everything. The Newmar is still 1 year unlimited mileage in the first year ownership. All your slide outs, air conditioners, Oasis hydronic heat, anything Newmar is built on the motorhome is going to come under fall under the 100 or the 1 year Newmar warranty. So I wanted to point that out. Okay, coming up to the front. All right, so this part has been the same now for a few years. On the Freightliner side of things, this particular one, there's an option that this one comes with. So this does have the optional on-guard collision mitigation system. It also has lane assist and adaptive cruise. These nice big monitors here are color. You've got AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite, Bluetooth, stereo system. I mentioned to you earlier about the 360 camera view. So there's the 360 bird's eye view of the rooftop there. And go back to the rear view, and you can do some different rear shots. Like if you want a hitch view, you're looking straight down at the hitch and out. If you're backing up to your tow vehicle, that's a nice feature there. Let's go to navigation. So navigation, so they still use the Navin Pro automatic updates for your GPS system. That's a handy tool to have. And then of course you've got your Bluetooth where you can pair your mobile phone to the coach. It also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I believe that's right on these. If you wanted to use that instead of the Nav and Go. And then over here on this side, on the Freightliner side of things, you've got, let's go to the home screen here, home screen. So there's my menu. I'm using the steering wheel to kind of toggle through the different systems. If I want to go into, let's say, steering effort. Steering effort is the comfort drive side of things for the that Newmar has been installing on all their diesel motorhomes since 2007, with the exception of the new Northern Star that does not have comfort drive anymore. But you can simply just toggle down to a lower setting for a lighter tension on the steering wheel, or a stronger tension on the steering wheel. I don't have it on right now, so it's not going to be operating at the moment. So, then I can go back to the home screen just like a phone. You hit the home button, it takes you back to the main menu. I can go into my Mobileye system there and set headway warning distances to near, medium, or far. Those are just preferences by the owner. Again, just everything, you can toggle through it. I want to see my tire pressure. I can view the PSIs on my steer tires, the drive axle and the tag axle. Just easy to navigate through the menu on the Freightliner side of things. Another thing that it has now, which they've been doing for a few years, is the 6-speed Allison 3000 series that this one comes with. Has a 3-stage engine brake. So when you're driving, a lot of the older motorhomes, the engine brake is on the armrest over here, if you will. Now it's just simply right here at your hand while your eyes are on the road. I just pull this towards my knee. 1, 2, 3 clicks. First click being low, and it says it right there for you. Low, medium, and high. Or all the way up is off. That's just coming down some steep grades. You use that to your comfort level. And you can manually shift. That's why you see an M and an A in this the steering, the stock here. That's your transmission shifter. This is how I put it into neutral, reverse, or drive. Engine brake. This is your park brake. Lights. There's a charge station over here for your phone. A place to dock it. It's to set it while you're driving. Fog light controls, overhead dome light. If I want to merge the house with the chassis, or I want to merge the chassis with the house batteries when I've got low voltage, that's what this system here is going to be for. By moving the 6-speed Allison transmission to the steering stock on the steering wheel, it does really clean up the armrest over here. I got a couple of cup holders. I got a power window, so I can open and close the window there. Automatic auto traction control override systems located here. The tag dump, if I want to manually dump the tag on the tag axle and distribute there to the drive. If you're doing any hard turns and switchbacks, you can dump the air right here by simply hitting manual. Or if you just keep it in a forward position, that will automatically dump the air when you go into reverse, and it centers this tag axle so you don't get any tire scrub on the tag tires. And of course your mirror controls and mirror heat are located here, and the automatic hydraulic leveling system is going to be located right there. That's a simple system to figure out. It's all automatic. And you do have an adjustable steering wheel. You can telescope the steering wheel. These seats are 6-way power seats. There's also a footrest. You can see the passenger has a footrest. The driver one has a footrest as well, only to be used when you have it turned around facing the living room. They are heated seats. And then new for 2025, an optional passenger side monitor is available, and this one has it. So this particular coach comes with the passenger side monitor. Yeah. Let's see. One more thing I'm going to point out, and I think we'll wrap this up. Over here on the side, you'll notice the JBL Premium Auto, this little label, that it does come with a nice sound system when you're driving the coach. But right below it, more importantly, you do have some brand specialists. You have it says Spencer Stanley, so that's that'd be one of the reps, or Mary Fallstitch is one of the reps. That you could reach out to Newmar, and they would be the ones that help you any kind of troubleshooting items, anything like that, can help you over the phone if you're out there and have some issues going on. And you do have some Freightliner help system, and you won't need Spartan. That's just a generic sticker that goes on all their coaches because they build on both Spartan and they build on the Freightliner chassis. Anyways, again, my name is Grant Russell. Brand new 2025 4369 Dutch Star that just arrived. It is still available. Give me a call if you have any more questions on it I can help you with. You can reach me best, and my contact info should be being posted below. It's 720-539-4711. Call or text anytime, or shoot me an email at grussell@transwest.com. Hope you guys stay dry on a snowy day like today. We'll see you next time. I'm signing out.